to discuss the nitrogen cycle. As you can see in this picture, you could probably think it's what happens after you go to the bathroom. Well, there's 4 reservoirs on planet Earth, the atmosphere being one, and nitrogen gas makes up most of the air that we're breathing in. Nitrogen can also be found in the geosphere, the ground, and the hydrosphere in rivers and streams and lakes and the ocean. But what happens is most of the conversion of nitrogen molecules happens underground or in water. But who's doing it? It's the decomposers, right? Organisms, and they're part of the biosphere. Nitrogen is actually critical to make proteins and to also build DNA and RNA, nucleic acids, in every organism. So the animals and plants, we need to take in nitrogen. So let's start with animals and plants. So a plant, it could die, right? And it'll get decomposed. Or an animal can go and eat that plant. That animal can go to the bathroom. Or it can die and it'll get decomposed. So you notice, right, death and also waste products from animals all can get decomposed by bacteria and fungus. What does it make? It makes ammonia. So ammonia is then converted into nitrites, and those nitrites are converted into nitrates. So it goes from ammonia, nitrites to nitrates. Who's doing all of those conversions? It's all bacteria. It's all decomposers. So once we got nitrates, it's really important because plants love nitrates. And of course, they'll assimilate those nitrates. Plants will absorb those nitrates in their roots. And of course, what are they going to use those nitrogen for? To make more biomolecules, right? Proteins and nucleic acids. There's another thing that can happen. So nitrates actually can get released to the atmosphere. But it's not nitrates that go in the atmosphere. They get converted into nitrogen gas. Who does that? More bacteria, right? Gentrifying bacteria will change the nitrates into nitrogen gas and release it to the atmosphere. So, how do we get nitrogen out of the atmosphere? Well, there's 2 main ways. First, there's lightning, and it can break apart nitrogen gas, and it will form nitrogen oxides, and they'll fall down in raindrops. Also, there's bacteria that can take nitrogen gas, and will convert those to ammonia. Fertilizers, right? You probably heard of that. And plants love fertilizers, and all fertilizers really are is coming from animal waste, right? Poo. And nowadays, we're actually using petroleum products like oil and making fertilizers from that. All right, but key thing is when we have too many fertilizers, too high of a concentration of nutrients somewhere, it causes environmental problems. For example, when we fertilize a farm and some of that fertilizer then leaches over to a stream and river, it causes something called eutrophication. I hope all this information helps. Thanks for listening.